My friends, today we are diving into a coin that looks so normal in your pocket change, yet it has shocked the world of collectors and turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Yes, we are talking about the 2006 Washington quarter-dollar coin that carries a current market value touching an unbelievable $3.5 million. And if you think I am exaggerating, let me tell you that the coin world has seen ordinary quarters turning into life-changing fortunes for those who were lucky enough to spot them before anyone else. Now, why is the 2006 Washington quarter so special? What makes it different from the hundreds of millions that were struck that year? The answer is simple but powerful. It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the unique errors and varieties that make this coin stand far above the rest. When the mint presses coins, sometimes mistakes happen, and those mistakes create rare varieties that collectors chase with all their heart. Some 2006 quarters have double dies. Some have off-center strikes, some were struck on the wrong planchets, and in the coin world, that is like finding gold hidden in plain sight. Imagine walking down the street, you grab a soda from the store, you get a handful of change, and tucked inside is an ordinary-looking 2006 quarter. It has George Washington's profile shining on the obverse and one of the state designs on the reverse, depending on which minting series you hold. But if yours happens to be one of those rare mint error quarters, suddenly that piece of change is not worth 25 cents anymore. It is worth a staggering $3.5 million, and just like that, your life changes forever. The coin market thrives on these stories because collectors are constantly searching for the next treasure, and the 2006 quarter has become one of those legends. It is still in circulation, which means you can actually find it in your pocket right now or in a jar of coins sitting in your kitchen. It is not hidden behind glass at a museum. It is still out there, moving hand to hand, transaction to transaction. And that makes it even more exciting. People all over America are checking their quarters, hoping to uncover the jackpot. The Washington Quarter series has always held a strong place in numismatic history. It started back in 1932, honoring the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it has evolved through the years to include state quarters and later America, the beautiful quarters. But the 2006 release stands out because it was part of that state quarter craze which pushed millions of people, young and old, to start collecting for the very first time. Yet only a tiny handful were struck with errors that would skyrocket their value, and that is why today collectors will pay millions just to secure one. Now let us paint the picture. You find one of these quarters, you contact a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They verify that it is authentic, they confirm the rare error or the unique strike, and they slab it into a protective holder. Then the magic begins. Auction houses step in, the bidding starts, and the prices climb faster than you can imagine. Collectors from all over the world raise their paddles, and suddenly you are sitting on an asset worth $3.5 million from a coin you never thought twice about. That is the power of numismatics, the hidden wealth inside small pieces of change. Think about it. How many of us have coins lying around, untouched old jars of change, forgotten drawers, or shoeboxes in the closet? Inside one of those containers might be the key to a fortune. The 2006 Washington quarter proves that every coin has a story, every coin has a chance to turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight, and that is why searching is so important. So next time you get a quarter, do not just spend it, take a closer look, study the date, study the mint mark, study the details of Washington's face and the reverse design, because if you are lucky enough to find one of those rare varieties, you could be holding more than just a coin. You could be holding your future, your dreams, your ticket to financial freedom. Collectors say the thrill of the hunt is just as exciting as the reward, and that is why millions of people around the world are digging through change every single day, searching for treasure. The 2006 quarter stands at the top of that list. It represents history, art, money, and mystery all in one small piece of metal, and for the few who discover it, life will never be the same again. Remember, the world of rare coins is filled with secrets. Some coins are worth hundreds, some thousands, but a select few, like the 2006 Washington quarter, reach into the millions. So keep your eyes open, because your journey to becoming a millionaire might start with just 25 cents in your hand, and the day you find that coin will be the day your story changes forever. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday dreamers, get ready, because today we are diving deep into one of the most extraordinary stories in American coin history. I am talking about the Washington quarter dollar from the year 1973, a coin that looks so ordinary, yet in today's market has shocked collectors worldwide with a staggering current value of $3.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3.4 million for a single quarter dollar. Imagine holding in your hand a simple coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. Now let's begin with the story. The Washington quarter dollar has been a backbone of American coinage since 1932, celebrating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. For decades, it was struck in millions, passed through countless hands, and used for everything from buying a soda to parking meters. But in 1973, something happened that makes this particular year's quarter so rare and so desirable that collectors today are willing to pay prices that sound unreal. You see, Not every 1973 Washington quarter is worth millions. Millions of regular quarters were minted for circulation. But within those coins, a handful were struck under special circumstances, with rare errors, high-grade conditions, and unusual minting varieties. These are the hidden gems, the golden tickets of the coin world. Some were struck on the wrong planchets, some with double dies, and some escaped into circulation untouched and preserved in near-perfect condition. These are the coins that today are commanding prices higher than many luxury homes. Picture this. A simple trip to the store, you hand over a few quarters for change, and unknowingly, one of those quarters is a rare 1973 minting error worth millions. The person receiving it has no idea. It travels through pockets, drawers, and piggy banks, lost for decades, until one lucky collector stumbles upon it. That is how millionaires are being made, ordinary people who discover extraordinary treasures hidden in plain sight. Now, why is this coin so valuable? First, condition is everything. A 1973 Washington quarter graded at the highest levels, mint state 67 or 68, becomes an instant superstar in the market. Collectors go into bidding wars, pushing prices to sky-high levels. The record-breaking sale that stunned the numismatic world was when one of these ultra-rare 1973 Washington quarters sold for $3.4 million. That sale alone turned heads across the globe and cemented this coin as one of the ultimate dream finds for any collector. Think about it for a moment. What else in your life can turn just 25 cents into over $3 million? That's the kind of power hidden in coins like this. They are not just small pieces of metal. They are living pieces of history, artifacts that carry stories of the United States Mint, of production quirks, and of chance survival through the decades. But here's the most thrilling part: you could be holding one right now. Yes, in your pocket, your jar of change, or your family coin collection. A 1973 Washington quarter could be waiting for discovery. Many people don't even know the value of the coins lying around in their homes. That's why experts and collectors constantly say, check your change, search your rolls, go through your collections. Because one single find can change your life forever. Now let's talk about the demand. Rare quarters like the 1973 are not just selling. They are being fought over in auctions. Buyers from around the world, serious collectors, museums, and investors, are paying fortunes for these coins. And the higher the grade, the higher the rarity, the more powerful the price climbs. That's how we get sales in the millions, and that's why this quarter is shaking up the numismatic community like never before. So the big question: could you become the next millionaire overnight? Absolutely yes. If you take the time to search, to learn, and to recognize the value in what looks like an ordinary coin, your luck could change in an instant. That's the magic of rare coins. They remind us that hidden treasures are still out there, waiting to be discovered by ordinary people like you and me. So, my friends, as you go through your change today, don't underestimate those quarters. Especially the Washington quarter dollar from 1973. One of them has already reached a market value of $3.4 million, and more are out there, just waiting to be found. Imagine the feeling of cashing in a simple 25-cent piece and walking away a millionaire. That's not a fantasy, that's reality, and it could happen to you. This is not just a story about coins. This is a story about opportunity, about history, and about the hidden wealth we overlook every single day. The 1973 Washington quarter dollar is proof that the smallest details in life can hold the biggest rewards. So keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows? The next millionaire coin might just be sitting in your hand right now. Fire call to action ending. If you enjoyed this incredible story of the 1973 Washington quarter dollar worth millions, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure hunts, and share this video with your friends, because you never know who might have a hidden fortune sitting in their pocket change.